The Goslings rose to fame quickly after their Discovery specials and their show Jon and Kate Plus 8 premiered in 2007. In 2009, Jon and Kate got divorced in one of the most high-profile reality TV divorces of all time, and the show was renamed to Kate Plus 8. However, very few actually know what happened to one of the most famous reality TV families until now. Because today, we're uncovering the dark side of the Gosling family. Jon and Kate Gosling were married in June of 1999. They struggled with infertility until they were able to have twin daughters, Maddie and Kara, in October of 2000, and the sextuplets that made them reality TV royalty in May of 2004. Overnight, the Gosling family went from a relatively unknown family with a crazy circumstance living in Pennsylvania to the most famous family in the entertainment industry. Millions of people tuned in every week to see how Jon and Kate handled their 8 children under 4 years old and how the stresses of everyday life were compounded by the babies. Kate became known on the popular TLC show as being overly controlling, and it was a huge source of conflict on the show. Jon and Kate fought constantly, and it was clear that the kids often suffered as a result of the conflict. While some people criticized Kate, others empathized with her, considering that she had 8 small children to take care of in front of her in the public eye. With the 8 children and the TLC cameras constantly following their family around, Jon and Kate's relationship suffered greatly. In 2009, when the sextuplets were just 5 years old, Jon and Kate filed for divorce. Many believed that her controlling personality was the reason for their divorce, while others believed that it may have been due to their rise in fame and the pressure they were under as the world watched them on TV. Jon left the show after his divorce and instantly made headlines for his midlife crisis. He was seen in the tabloids partying at clubs in New York City, dating younger women, and driving motorcycles, something he couldn't do with his 8 children along for the ride. Meanwhile, Kate appeared to have full custody of the kids. It's unclear if Jon ever had joint custody of the kids after their divorce. Kate Plus 8 was canceled in 2011 and then returned for various specials from 2014 until 2017, following Kate and the kids are on their various adventures. Kate blamed the cancellation in 2011 on Jon, but it appears that the show ultimately ended because the kids were growing up and 4 of them no longer lived with Kate. So where are they now? Well, last summer, Kate sold the mansion that was featured on Kate Plus 8 for years and moved to North Carolina. Their Pennsylvania estate was a 6-bed, 6-bathroom, 7,900 square foot home on 23 acres in Pennsylvania. It was a huge step up from the modest home that was featured on the first few seasons of Jon and Kate Plus 8, and fans were shocked that they were able to afford something so lavish when they bought the home in 2008 for $1.12 million. In 2020, she sold the home for $1.08 million, which means she lost money on the home when she sold it nearly 12 years later. It is believed that she sold the house due to financial struggles for multiple reasons. First of all, the hit show has been canceled for 4 years. Also, she hasn't been working in Hollywood at all for a few years. However, it may also be because the 8 children are no longer lived in the home. Although Jon and Kate Plus 8 is what skyrocketed Kate Gosling to fame, she was known for capitalizing on the success. She was also a contestant on Dancing with the Stars and even worked as a host on The View. The fact that Kate is seemingly no longer working in the entertainment industry has turned heads amongst reality TV fans. The reason for her exit from fame may shock you. When Kate moved to North Carolina, she left 2 of her kids, Colin and Hannah, with their dad in Pennsylvania. Their contentious relationship has caused dozens of headlines over the years and has seemingly caused a ton of distress for Kate. According to Jon and Colin, Kate sent Colin to a behavioral boarding school for special needs. Jon didn't know where he was until he received a letter from Colin in the boarding school begging to rescue him. He went to the boarding school to pick him up, and Jon and his girlfriend ended up actually taking him in for full custody. Hannah has allegedly been living with Jon full-time since the summer of 2018, but the reason for her move away from her mother is actually unknown. In September 2020, Jon and the 2 kids made headlines when Colin accused Jon of hurting him. Colin wrote on Instagram, "My dad is a liar," and he went into detail about the incident and said some really terrible things about his father. However, he quickly deleted it after. A source told People a different story, going into even further detail about the incident, but putting the blame on Colin's anger issues. They also said that Colin called the police after that. It's unclear who exactly the source was, but it's very clear someone that is close to the Gosling family. As for Kate, she made a statement to People about how upset she was. She said that she was furious and enough was enough. She no longer wanted her kids anywhere near their father. Unfortunately for Kate, it doesn't seem like that circumstance has changed. Hannah, on the other hand, defended her dad to the Daily Mail, saying that he loves them and has never hurt them. It appears that John and Kate are in a custody battle over Hannah and Colin, which is abnormal because the kids are going to be 18 in less than a year. As for Kate, she has not posted on Instagram since July 2020 with no reason given. It appears that the issues she's experienced with Colin and Hannah in the public eye has encouraged her to step away from the spotlight and live a more private life. And as for the other kids, it's pretty shocking and hard to believe how much they've really grown up. Maddie and Kara recently turned 21 and are both in college in New York. Maddie goes to college at Syracuse University. She is more public and outgoing on social media, which is pretty consistent with the differences shown between her and her twin Kara on the show. She is something of a social media influencer with 125,000 Instagram followers and 119,000 TikTok followers. She isn't quiet about what, went through on the TV as a child and often makes videos about her mom, her childhood, and the issues she faced. Kara goes to Fordham University where she's on the rowing team. She has an Instagram, but she's never posted on it. She doesn't appear to have a TikTok, and she's never appeared in Maddie's TikToks. And as for the sextuplets, it's a little bit more complicated. They turned 17 on May 10th, 2021. As we said previously, only 4 of the kids moved to North Carolina with Kate because 2 of them live with John, which has been complicated. They all just started their junior year of high school. Joe has said that none of the kids speak to him except for Colin and Hannah, and because Kate hasn't posted on social media in such a long time, it's pretty unclear what the rest of the sextuplets are up to. However, because of Maddie's social media presence, fans can get a glimpse of Aiden, Alexis, Joel, Leah, and sometimes even Kate on our TikTok account. From the rare glimpses of the kids that we get to see on Maddie's social media, they appear to get along and are happy living in North Carolina. It's unclear if Kate will ever come back into the spotlight and if the family will ever put aside their differences and reconcile. As the kids get older, it's sad to see how fame and family issues have torn them apart over the years. Well guys, there is the truth and exposing the truth on John and Kate plus 8 and their crazy family drama. Kind of breaks my heart to see because these people are real people. This is real drama. It was definitely not just for the cameras. They had crazy drama in their lives and it was super sad to see. Well guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you are new to this channel, please hit that like button, hit the comments below, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.